All right, 7th graders, this is a continuation of the quiz review that for the simplifying expressions quiz you're going to take on Tuesday. Let's take a look at number 5. The concession stand at a ballpark sells chicken nuggets for N dollars per order and curly fries for F dollars per order. Okay, so our chicken nuggets are N dollars per order, and our curly fries are F dollars per order. The Palmer family bought 8 orders of chicken nuggets. Okay, they bought 8 orders of chicken nuggets and 2 orders of curly fries. And 2 orders of curly fries. The Chen family bought 7 orders of chicken nuggets. The Chen family bought 7 orders of chicken nuggets. The expression below represents the total cost of the chicken nuggets and curly fries for the 2 families. They even give you the expression. You're just going to combine those. All right, that's awesome. Write an expression in simplest form to represent the total cost of the chicken nuggets and curly fries. So in this problem, they actually give you the expression. They do put this in parentheses. But really, in front of that set of parentheses is just a 1, and if you distribute a 1 through, you can just clear out that parentheses. So really, you're just trying to combine like terms. And a lot of times on the state test, they'll give you like long word problems, and then when you get to the heart of it, they're just asking you to simplify the expression that they actually give you somewhere in the word problem. So let's just go ahead and do that. Your teacher would have you do like your quote-unquote X's and No's chart if that's how you show your work. So I'll do my N's and my F's. So if I'm going to combine my N's, I'm going to combine 8N plus 7N. You always remember that sign in front you give to that term. So that's 8N plus 7N. 8N plus 7N, 8 orders of chicken nuggets plus 7 more orders of chicken nuggets. Those families love chicken nuggets. They bought 15 orders of chicken nuggets. And then here under my F's column, I only have 2F. Just 2 orders of curly fries. They're not loving the curly fries. So it'll be plus 2F. And then you'll see, oh gosh, I cannot shove these together. These are not like terms. So my final answer is 15N plus 2F. Let's take a look at number 6. Jessica drove 14 miles on Monday. On Tuesday, she drove 4 times as far as on Monday. On Wednesday, she drove half as far as on Tuesday. Thursday, she drove 12 miles less than Tuesday. How far did she drive during the week? Okay, we better figure out how far she drove each day. And then to get our how far she drove during the week, we just add up how far she drove each day. But let's take a look at each day. So I can tell you Monday, that was given. She drove 14 miles. So let's take a look at Tuesday. On Tuesday, she drove 4 times as far as on Monday. So to figure out for Tuesday, you have to do 4 times as far as Monday. So you have to take 14 times 4. You have to take how far she went Monday and take 4 times that. So off to the side, I could do 14 times 4 because, of course, I didn't bring my calculator home. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 1 is 4, and 1 is 5. Okay, so she drove 56 miles on Tuesday. On Wednesday, she drove half as far as on Tuesday. Okay, so on Wednesday, she drove half as far as on Tuesday. So she drove half of 56. And half of 56, I could either multiply by 1/2 or divide by 2. I'll just go ahead and do 1/2 times 56, straight across the top, straight across the bottom, and you'll see really that's 56 over 2. 56 divided by 2. Some of you might have to do long divide, 2 into 56. 2 goes into 5 twice. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. Drag down that 6. 2 goes into 16 8 times. And then you subtract off. 2 times 8 is 16. Subtract off 16. So you get 28 miles on Wednesday. Okay. On Thursday, she drove 12 miles less than on Tuesday. Okay, Thursday uses Tuesday's 56 also. So on Thursday, she drove 12 miles less than the 56 she drove on Tuesday. How do we find 12 miles less than 56? You take your 56 and you take away 12 miles. That's 12 miles less than 56. A little more scrap work off to the side. I can do my 56 minus 12. 6 minus 2 is 4. 5 minus 1 is 4. So that's 44 miles. All right. You just get rid of all my scrap work. This right here was just knowing how far I went every day. Then to find out how far I drove during the entire week, I just add up how far I drove each day. So I would take my Monday, I'd add that to how far I drove on Tuesday, how far I drove on Wednesday, and how far I drove on Thursday. So even if your teachers allow you a calculator on Tuesday's assessment, you still have to know 4 times as far means you have to take 14 times 4. 4 times as far as you went on Monday. You still have to know half as far as you drove on Tuesday. You still have to know how to take half of 56. And you still have to know for 12 miles less that meant 56 minus 12. So even if calculators are used, you have to be able to decode these word problems. Let's see, 4 plus 6 is 10, and 8 is 18, and 4 more is 22. Put down a 2, carry a 2. 2 and 1 is 3. 5 more is 8. 9, 10, 14, 142. Let's hope I didn't make a mistake. So it looks to me, for my problem, Jessica drove 142 miles. On Tuesday, similar process, same underlying structure. I don't know how many miles she'll be driving on the quiz next week. All right, let's take a look at number 7. All righty, Rue. Again, we're going to do some distributing to clear parentheses. So it's 8y minus 7 minus the quantity 5y minus 3. So 8y minus 7. You can think of a little 1 out in front if you need. And if you multiply a 1 through that set of parentheses, it's still 8y minus 7. So now I have to distribute this minus through the second set of parentheses. That's going to change the sign of each term within. When we distribute a negative, we change the sign of each term within. Because this becomes minus 5y, so I write minus 5y. And this becomes minus a negative 3. Well, what's minus a negative 3? You can see how many minus signs do we have in front of the 3 really. We're bringing this one through, minus a negative 3. Well, minus a negative becomes a plus. So then we have 8y minus 7 minus 5y, really plus 3. Minus a negative becomes a plus. And then I do my X's and no's. In this case, it's Y's and no's chart. So I combine my Y's. You always remember, you have to look at the sign in front of that term. So I have my 8y minus my 5y. 8y minus 5y is 3y. Now I got to do my no's, my numbers, my constants. So I have minus 7 plus 3. Well, if I start at minus 7 on the number line and I move 3 to the right, I'm actually at minus 4 on the number line. Or you can think of this, signs are different. Find the difference, subtract those, keep what you have more of. So my final answer is 3y minus 4. Those are not like terms. You can't shove y's with constants. So that's your answer in simplest form. Let's try number 8. Okay, for number 8, we're just going to combine like terms. So I kind of like that, right? We don't have any distributing. There's no parentheses, so I'm just going to combine like terms. So I'm going to put my m's together. 4.3m minus 1.7m. So I'll put my m's, and I'll put my numbers. So for my m's, I have 4.3m. And then I have minus 1.7m. Signs are different. I'll find the difference. Keep what I have more of. I have more positives. So I'm going to go ahead and find the difference. Take 7 from 3. Oops, I got to borrow. Borrow from the 4. The 4 becomes a 3. This 3 becomes a 13. 13 minus 7 is 6. Don't lose your m. Drag down that decimal point. You lined those right up. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2.6m. So for my m's, when I combine them, I get 2.6m. Now my nose, my numbers, my constants. I'm going to combine my constants. I got 7.9 and a positive 3.4. Signs are the same. I'm going to find the sum. Just add them up. 9 and 4, keeping my decimal points lined up. 9 plus 4 is 13. Put down a 3, carry a 1. 7 and 1 is 8, and 3 more is 11. And that is a positive. All I had was positives running around. So that's plus 11.3. Again, this term has an m. This is a constant. Not like terms. We know we're done. All right, got a few more questions to do. I might have to make a third video. All right, let's take a look. When 7/8 y plus 2 2/3 is subtracted from 3 1/4 y minus 7 5/6, the result is subtracted from. You have to know, you have to reverse the order. So here, this would really be 3 1/4 y minus 7 5/6. Now I'm going to subtract this from that. So then I'm going to take that expression and I'm going to subtract off 7/8 y plus 2 2/3. It's wonderful. We got some fraction work going on. All right, so remember, when it's subtracted from, the term that comes after the word from goes first. And what am I subtracting from that? I'm subtracting 7/8 y plus 2/3 from that. So the big part here is to remember to reverse the order. So even if you have a calculator in front of you to help support you on this, if you don't understand subtracted from means this gets written second inside a set of parentheses, because I'm going to subtract off that entire expression, you're still not going to be able, even with a calculator, you're not going to be able to arrive at an accurate answer. So hopefully you understand subtracted from. Okay, let's go ahead and work this through. First set of parentheses, you can think of a 1 out in front of that if you want. Distribute a 1 through. I can just drop those parentheses. 3 1/4 y minus 7 5/6. Now I have to distribute the negative through the second set of parentheses. It's going to change the sign of each term within. So this becomes minus 7/8 y. This here minus a positive. What's minus a positive? Minus a positive becomes a negative. 2 2/3. You can think of it minus 2 2/3. So at this point, if you had to write minus a positive, and then, so that was minus a positive becomes a negative. Minus a positive, we write as a minus. Double sign to a single sign. Double sign to a single sign. All right, now we got to combine like terms, and they involve fractions. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's take a look at this. For some students, they like to change everything to